All right, assisted living fans, Naeem Lynn, aka Jeremy from, and no, not JeremyCarden, but Jeremy from Assisted Living was on the Breakfast Club a couple days ago, and I did not chime into it, but I did actually look at the first like 7 minutes because there was only about maybe 2 to 3 minutes spent on assisted living, but it was brought to my attention that in the interview he does talk about the experience on the show. So before going further, go ahead and hit the thumbs up button. Let's try to get to 30 likes here. Hit subscribe because one subscribe today will help me get one step closer to 1 million subscribers tomorrow. Also hit the bell icon and select all, that way you don't miss out whenever I post new content, and follow me on social media. Links are in the description below. And yeah, he pretty much just talks about, I would put the clip in, but I don't want to risk any kind of copyright claim from the Breakfast Club, so I'll just not do it. But it's a quick and simple statement he says. He talks about how he just gives a brief summary or synopsis of what the show is. Hey, me and my family come from Chicago, go down to Atlanta to collect an inheritance. My granddad already spent it, and now we're trying to, fix up this assisted living facility. And then he talks about, I think it was Charlemagne that asked the question, like, I always wondered what it was like for like a stand-up comedian to like transition to a sitcom. Like, what was it like for you? And he pretty much said that when it came down to it, it was all about the pacing. He's usually like, quick and to the point when it comes to his like punchlines and dialogue, but Tyler Perry kept telling you had to slow down because really it's a rhythm, because this honestly does explain even more so than ever before about the pauses in the show. I mean, obviously in Bruh and Sisters and The Oval, it isn't that way. Well, the pauses are there, but at the same time, there's no laugh track. But when it comes to these shows like The House of Pain, The Assisted Living, I think I understand a little bit better. Now, it doesn't mean the show's any better because of this, but he does say that when it comes to his character in his acting, it took a while for me to get it. So you'll see me improve as the season goes on. Basically, when he's on set doing his dialogue, he has to say a line of dialogue, and then the laugh track comes in. So you have to time it based on that. So that explains why the characters have such odd speech patterns. Like, they'll go back and forth with each other, repetitive dialogue, and they'll speak in such a way that it's like, I don't think real people talk like this. It's all because the script and their delivery is centered around the laugh track, which explains why it's so awkward and painful to watch these shows. So again, let me just say this much. Naeem did not shade the show. He didn't do anything like that. So don't take this and say like, oh my God, Naeem went on the Breakfast Club and said this negative about, no. He basically explained his experience of, hey, going from stand up to sitcom world, and what adjustments I had to make in order to fit the bill of this character on the show. So once again, this is not me saying Naeem said anything negative about Tyler Perry. Not at all. He just explained things in a way that honestly myself and other fans on this channel, we honestly didn't know, because I remember bringing it up in the live stream tonight or last night where I said, hey, I watched that little segment from the Breakfast Club interview, and then a lot of people in the chat like, I didn't know that. And again, the laugh track, I know Angela even said the laugh track. Yeah, I noticed they use that laugh track a lot in that show. It's like, yeah, but that's the thing. It's like, as the season goes on, my performance gets better because I'm more in tune with the timing of the laugh track and everything. But yeah, this honestly explains a lot. Now when I watch House of Pain, and no, I still haven't given Assisted Living another try after I watched episode, what was it, 7 and 8? Yeah, it doesn't do it for me. So with that being said, yeah, thanks Naeem for that insight. Like I said, I even left a chat on that video. I said, congrats on working with Tyler Perry. I'm not too crazy about assisted living, but I'm happy that you're finding more and more success. And I mean that. That goes to all the actors on the show, because guess what? They're the ones working with Tyler. Well, then again, I'm not actively, well, no pun intended, I'm not actively pursuing acting. So I can't really say it's like, well, they're the ones working with Tyler Perry and I'm in my room doing videos. No, I'm just not an actor. I'm not pursuing it. So, meh. But again, guys, thanks so much for tuning in. I appreciate the support as always. Let me know, were you surprised by this tidbit of information as I was, that the dialogue is pretty much wrapped around the laugh track? I mean, I'm no expert in this, but I honestly thought that when shows do the filming, like when there's a live studio audience, well, in the laugh track world, that is, I thought the laugh tracks were kind of like inserted randomly. I didn't know the laugh tracks were literally utilized while filming. Maybe that's just a Tyler Perry thing. Who knows? But thanks so much for tuning in. And if you'd like to donate to the channel, feel free to do so on PayPal, Cash App, or join Patreon for as little as $1 a month.